So our trip starts in this general area and we're heading down to Wellington. This takes about 9 hours, covering roughly 640 kilometers. Thankfully, it is one of the most scenic drives you will ever take, but let me tell you about why we're going there. Armageddon Expo is New Zealand's premier pop culture convention celebrating all things sci-fi, fantasy, anime, gaming, comics, cosplay, you get it. The Wellington event is part of the nationwide series marking the Expo's 30th anniversary this year. Some of you may be thinking, Red, why are you travelling to a different city to go to a convention that comes close to you? Well, these two actors, Doug Jones and Ron Pearlman. But I'm skipping ahead. Let's go to day one in Wellington, where we explored Te Papa and WETA Wrokshop. Just arrived at Te Papa. This is Wellington's big museum. Everything that is anything is in here, and they have a huge World War section, which I have been through before, but it is not something that I would miss, so let's dive in to the museum. The Gallipoli The Scale of War exhibit at Te Papa features large realistic sculptures that are 2.4 times the size of real people and were made with help from Te Papa and WETA Wrokshop. And I know some of you watching this are going to be like, why is it so shaky? It's because I kept walking into people. Oh shit, sorry. I have no spatial awareness. Each sculpture represents a person, including 7 soldiers and 1 nurse, showing them in intense moments of war. Every detail is carefully crafted with over 24,000 hours spent crafting them. The exhibition also includes personal stories, letters, and artifacts, going even deeper into the understanding of war. The display uses visuals and interactive elements and soundscapes by the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra to help visitors connect emotionally with the history and the sacrifices that were made. Originally set to run for only 4 years, the exhibit is now scheduled to stay open until April 2032 because of how popular it is and how many people continuously come back. Now after that we did head into the unique New Zealand area, but realised we were going to be late for our WETA Wrokshop experience, so we did head out, but noticed people were jumping off the harbour, so hi, we had to go and have a look. New Zealand is so cool. So after that, we headed over to Miramar, passing the iconic Wellington sign, and finally arrived at WETA Wrokshop. As you enter WETA Wrokshop, you are greeted by Tom, Bert, and William/Bill. You also see an arsenal of Lord of the Rings and Hobbit weaponry. After meeting Katie, the orc that lives over the reception area, named after the ballerina that modelled her, we headed into our WETA Wrokshop tour. Now this goes over everything from live casts to textiles to drawings, everything that goes into building these characters from scratch. And due to this being a behind the scenes tour, the majority of it is unfilmable, but I can tell you that I stood face to face with a replica of not only the Witch King, but also aliens from District 9, as well as an arsenal from the Avatar movies. So as suspected, we couldn't film everything in WETA, but you saw what I could. If you guys are ever in Wellington or Auckland, they have WETA Unleashed in Auckland. Definitely go check out WETA. So that is my first day in Wellington. So we did Te Papa, which is the museum, and then we've done WETA. Tomorrow is Armageddon. I cannot wait. Okay, today is Armageddon, and this entire trip is all thanks to my community. So firstly, to every single one of my little girls, thank you so much for making this trip possible. I'm really nervous though. I have never been to a Wellington Armageddon before. I don't know what to expect. Obviously I'm here to see Doug and Ron from Hellboy, so I'm very nervous about meeting them. It's time to go. And I was blown away by Wellington's layout. Now this entire building is a arena, so it's shaped like a giant donut, so you're constantly walking in a circle. And then I spotted Doug. Okay, so I just met Doug. I didn't cry, I definitely almost did. And I got a signed print. I love it. It was the last one of this print as well, so I'm gonna say it was meant to be. But yeah, just talking to him and explaining the way that he gives himself to characters, it's you would never even think it was makeup. I think you can tell that I'm shaking because of the camera, but absolutely incredible. I cannot wait for the panel. And Ron is currently on lunch break, so I couldn't get his signature now, but I will come back for it, of course.
Who can smile without you? Who can dance your dance?
So glad.
You knew what I'm going through. just can't smile without you. That was
After the panel, I went and visited one of my friend's stalls, Impish Bazaar. I love their artwork. I walked away with the Teddy mouse pad and a lot of stickers. After them, I went and met up with Climberbang, which is an artist I always try find at conventions because their art style is just so unique. After that, Circus Collective, which I love their shirts. I walked away with the purple one on the screen just there. I love their work. And then I found a new one called Shit I'm an Artist, and I've never met up with them before, but I walked away with the comfiest pair of track pants. And that is a wrap for Wellington Armageddon. Thank you so much to my community who made this entire thing, I'm not gonna cry, don't cry, who made this entire thing possible. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. I met Doug, I met Ron. Ron winked at me. Doug told me to never dye my hair again, so I don't even know what hair dye is anymore. So thank you guys so much. And that is a wrap for Wellington Armageddon.